Well, I'm Tom Kelleher, principal at Nashua Catholic, and I'm here with Mrs. Cindy Blake. She's the chairperson of the science department. And every year we have our students involved in the Rube Goldberg projects, where they take some of the concepts that they've learned in class and they apply them to real life situations using creativity and imagination and a lot of spunk. So with that in mind, I'll let Mrs. Blake explain a little bit further what you're seeing here tonight.
Okay, after our chapter on simple machines, our students in class, each of our individual classes chose a task to perform. They put together their task using simple machines. When the task was completed, they then took this knowledge that they learned here at school and they went home, picked their own individual task. We have tasks like popping balloons, watering plants, putting stamps on letters, cutting paper, poking holes in paper, all kinds of different tasks that the students have made. And tonight they are here sharing their projects with their parents and siblings, especially our 7th graders, who have come out to see the work that our students have done.
Okay, my machine actually turns off an alarm clock, so if you're sleeping and you don't want to get out of bed, you can just pick up the remote and turn off the alarm clock by itself. And what happens is this ball is hit by this car when you press the button on the alarm, and it rolls down this, which unbalances and sends these balls going down this screw, which hits this drops. This is pulled out of this tube and balls roll into here and press down on the button. So yeah, hope you like it.
So my project is how to sharpen a pencil, the greatest pencil sharpener ever. So what I do is I drop this down the ramp and it lands on a lever which pushes this up and makes the pulley work, and then this falls on the pencil and sharpens the pencil.
So, it doesn't work. Well, the end task doesn't work because this morning my light switch broke. So I needed to buy a new one this evening, but they didn't have the same kind. So I got this one, which was the only one they had, but I don't have a marble heavy enough to push it. So, but everything else works, so I can just show you. It's called My Party with Rube.
Okay, so my initial step is I drop a marble down here, and it goes through here, down here, around the screw, and then it falls into this cup, which then drops it into the pulley, and when it falls into the pulley, it pulls the eraser up, which is blocking another marble, and then it comes down and turns the iPod on.
My task is to feed a fish, and my initial step is to let go of the car, and it will go down the ramp, hit this weight off of the edge, causing the pulley to go up, releasing this wedge, releasing the ball, and the ball will go down there, hit this lever up, making that lever go down, and the food will drop into the bowl.
Okay, so I pulled out this screw, which released the marbles, and they went around and hit a wedge back here, releasing this car, which went down the ramp, hit a button that released this car, hitting into this wedge, knocking the support out, and dropping the weight, which pulled this ball out. Well, it dropped the ball, and then this went down the track, pulling this and releasing the food.
When I push the Mentos into the Coke fizzes over and the liquid weighs down the bucket below, and the lever goes up and pushes the marble down the screw, which pushes a bigger marble and a bigger one until it pulls the pulley down for that. And the Mike and Ikes go. Yeah. and I ran out of Mike and Ike's.
Okay, do you need us?
So I push the car and it moves the lever, which drops that cup of water, and then the water goes down the screw and into that cup, which releases the wheel and axle. Then the wheel and axle lets the other cup fall and it waters the plant.
I pull the black rod out and it drops the golf ball down the inclined plane, and then it hits the wheel and axle, which spins, knocking the Jenga blocks on the domino line into another golf ball that drops down and hits the car, which then pushes the golf ball into the hole, simulating a putt on the golf course.
What happens is I remove the wedge, and then it makes this car travel down the inclined plane, which releases the S and drops the hammer onto the toothpaste.
What happens is this ball rolls down an inclined plane, and this domino is on this lever here, and when you push the ball down the inclined plane, the domino lifts off the lever, and then the lever makes a connection to the batteries, which turns the light on. Woo, it's so fast.
I drop the ball down the PVC. It knocks over this, which makes the tile fall. And then there's a ball in here, and that rotates, and it rolls down, hits the hammer, hits the lever, flips the coin.
Go for it.
Okay. It's not guaranteed to work. Figures.
Mine is flipping a coin. So it's going to go down the inclined plane into the basket, which will flip the coin. So,
all right, so basically catapult balls down here, goes through the screw, it falls down into the bucket, which pulls this pulley system, which pulls forward the wedge, forcing up the lever, which moves the peg down, which launches the rubber band in from the target. So yeah, that's basically it.
So what my project does is it opens a corked bottle, and how it starts is I push down on the remote control starter, I guess, and it pulls on the remote control boat engine, which acts as a giant pulley across the whole board, and then this little cart hits this golf ball, which activates the rest of the machine. And when this ball rolls down, it hits this paintbrush, which hits this golf ball down this inclined plane, and hits this lever, which hits this golf ball down this inclined plane into the basket, pulling up on the cork. Okay.
All right, so basically my initial step is to swing this ball to hit the golf ball down this ramp, which then has a string under this Poland Springs water bottle, which just lifts it just enough so that the weight of the balloon drags down with a doll with a picture of my sister's face on it and with a pin, and the balloon falls and pops on her head.
We have Barbie, who is going to the mall, and I dropped the ball in here, and it does a little thingy and all the pulleys and everything, and then it goes. But sometimes it doesn't work, so we're gonna see. It worked!
Okay, my project is to pour a glass of water, and should I tell you the steps too? Okay, I push this lever, and it goes down the screw, down the inclined plane. It hits this book and lands on that, and with the fishing line, it'll pour the glass of water. Do you want to see it? Okay. Please work, please work, please work. There you go.
With mine, you have to push on the truck, and it goes down the little Hot Wheels track, and it knocks into the tack, which will put the marble into the Marble Works, which will slide down and hopefully knock the coin into the jar. And it worked! Yay!
Okay, first you put the ball into here. Second, the ball drops into the funnel. Third, it hits the lever. Fourth, it goes up. And then fifth, it's just people who took steroids.
So what's going to happen is I push the lever. It mixes and cools a cup of coffee. I push the lever, and this pulls the string, which pulls on the pulley right here, and pulls the pin out here, which releases the spoon, and the spoon mixes the cup of coffee. Then what happens is the weight up here, when I push the lever, falls into the cup, pulls on the screw releases the wheel of the car hits the wedge, the pin pulls out of the bullet, and the bullet hits the button and turns on the fan. All right? Here we go. And that says 1 lump or 2.
So dominoes are going to be stacked up here, and there's going to be a marble. And the slingshot is going to hit the dominoes. The dominoes are going to hit a marble, which is going to go down a screw into a lever, which has a golf ball under it. Hold on. And this goes up. There will be a marble in here, right there. And then this will go up, hit it, and the vibration will make this go down onto a curler, onto a pulley. And this will go up, which releases pennies to go down into the piggy bank.
Good job, Shannon. You came through. Good job.
This machine is called the refresher, and what it does is it opens a bottle of Coca-Cola. The initial step is to pull down the string, which brings the cardboard up, and the baseball rolls down the chute and knocks over the blocks. The blocks, which have the weights on them, the weights drop, lifting up the lever, opening the Coke.
That's it.
Okay.